number out if I don't check it, if I had a fax.
Right,
My point is flipping this around and say, hey, we got something going on, and you use the example, we got something going on in Jackson, Mississippi. We need to elect this brother. How many of our million? Well, we can give a million of us are going to pledge $5. We can pledge $5 million to the brother's campaign. Look, we ain't got a lot of time, so we need people who are going to be coherent, who are going to be on point. Boom, $5 million. Campaign contribution. A brother that's going to support what we want. Now, I'm giving an example, and I'm using Jackson, Mississippi for a reason.
Right.
But I'm giving an example of what can happen, what's possible. You know. And next thing you know, you elect someone in your town or in your city who is serious, excuse me, who is serious about the uplift and advancement of black folks. Notice that it didn't require getting on YouTube arguing with anybody, Facebook arguing. You know, it didn't involve going on Fox News to debate somebody, you know, to explain why, you know, or else, as one famous, another brother used to say when he would see too much of what we already know, to look how much they hate us post. Look how much they hate us. We already know how much they, in quotation marks, hate us.
Yeah.
So if you want to do something and you want to be a contributor - member, this movement's for you. So, you know, mentioning the negative a little bit for someone who gives you their phone, email, home phone, and work phone, you call all of them and you can't contact them, and 3 weeks later when you see them in the mall, I tried to call you. That person's not fit for the movement.
No, not interested. They were not interested.
Yep. They're not interested. We were looking for the best black folks. The best black folks realize the constant self-destruction and external destruction we face as a people just based on being too lackadaisical. We have to understand that, you know, it's our children, nieces, nephews, sons, daughters, aunts that are being brutalized by police officers, you know, dying from preventable sicknesses, you know, seeing our black doctors being run out of town, you know, not having any legal defense or offense. You know, when stuff like this happened, like I looked at the Gen 6 movement, it's like, wow, all those people taking plane tickets, flying from Alaska, whatever, I can't get mad at them for that. But I remember, and I won't mention any names, but a famous person donated what was equivalent to him as chump change when this famous person had some churches under his belt. You know, and it's like, wow, it's like, this is chump change. It's like, if I spend all that money, what about the legal defense fund? And then the mainstream, quote, black media, when they were talking about freeing someone, they kept mentioning, and I won't go into a whole bunch of names, but again, the concept. It was a brother who had a juvenile record that was part of the Gen 6. Didn't mean he deserved to be treated like he did, but he had a juvenile record. It was another brother who was wrongfully accused of theft of a firearm because a white guy pulled a gun out on him. He disarmed the white guy and took the gun from him to save his own life, and he was thrown in jail for it. This is before the incident that led up to the Gen 6.
Wow.
You know, and I'm thinking, how come they ain't talking more about that guy? How come our own black media ain't talking more about him? He had no juvie record. You know, so you got to be on point, man, when you're talking about freeing your people. You know, and what I'm describing to you, we're trying to do on a shoestring budget in comparison to these mainstream organizations that get funded by, quote, white liberals, or even in some cases white conservatives. We understand we're going to have to fund it ourselves. So again, to what extent we are not as successful as the listener wants us to be is to the same extent that we are still trying to recruit those contributor, member-minded black folks of high spiritual, moral character, the best in the black community, who want to see black folks survive and thrive.
Survive and thrive. Move on up like the Jeffersons, like George and Wheezy. Get on up to that deluxe apartment in the sky high. Can you dig it? That's what you're talking about, moving up together, not just by yourself. Move up together, man, in unity. Don't be that 98 Don't be that 98 that don't want to move, that don't want to get involved, that want to ask a bunch of questions without won't even ask a bunch of questions like you're interested, but you're not interested. Get involved because there is a need in the community. We see the need. See, we see negativity does not take a break. Negativity wakes up early, stays late. It works overtime, double time, nights and weekends and holidays. What are you going to do to combat that negativity? We have something for you, the 1 million. Go to the website. Check it out. Check out the information. If you have questions, all their contact information is on there, man. These people are solid. They are on it because they really want to be the change that they want to see. They're not sitting back on their hands. They're putting in the work themselves. They're not asking you guys to do anything that they're not willing to do or haven't done already themselves. So this is all about collective group economics. Group economics, because $1, 100 people do that, that's $100. It's all about collective. What are you going to do together? Because, see, there's an agenda that's collectively against us. How about that? And it's been collectively against us for years. So we need to collectively and be able to combat that. And instead of doing all these fingers separately, let's come together and make a fist so we can punch back, right? And we can be that change.
Be the change that we want to see. And as I know my time is coming up, I want to do two things.
Yes,
I want to remind all the listeners that our January T&O training and orientation to get more in depth on how we do what we do and why. January 19th through 21st at Greenville, South Carolina. The host hotel we're looking at, there's several hotels. None is specifically recommended, but we got the Comfort Suites in Piedmont as one of the hotels. Piedmont is right near Greenville, Piedmont, South Carolina. It's on the website for more information. So again, January 19th through 21st, reset is the theme. Reset, revive, evaluate, stabilize, energize, and transform. Reset. Think of reset in the computer. Revive, evaluate, stabilize, energize, and transform at www.iamoneofthemillion.com. And one more thing I want to do, I'm going to do just show you how serious I am. I'm going to give out my personal cell. I'm going to give it out. Samuel Burnham, I'm assistant to the national conveners of the 1 Million Conscious and Conscientious Black Contributors and Voters, known as the 1 Million for short. Samuel Burnham, my personal cell is 850-485-0092. If you want to be a contributor member of the movement, and I put contributor in front, we understand that people's finances are different. So we're not talking about just economics. We ask that those that become contributor members consider contributing at least $20 a year. Plus, you can go on our website and purchase products, so you get something for your contribution. You want to do it that way. Again, the more we have contributor members who are willing and able to bite off a piece that they're able to do and do it, we'll make it.
All it takes is one. Then another one, and we got 1 million. Can you dig it? That's all it takes is a concerted effort. Anyone you want to shout out to, any special any information that you want to share before we let you go, man, I really appreciate your time. This has been very informative. I hope everyone listening has learned something, and definitely go to that website and check it out. Put your $20 in for the year. Go contribute. And then see the change. Again, it make you feel good to contribute, to say, you know what, you were affecting change, because you throw $20 away on some food, and the food won't even be that good. So go and put $20 into something that's going to help the community, and it's a gift that just keeps on giving, because you guys are doing something that's going to really be effective for the next person out here that may not have the $20. So go ahead and do what you need to do and help the people out, because, again, you want to support those that's willing to support us.
Exactly. I can't think of any other thing to say about that. That's about it for me. Y'all have my personal cell, knowing how serious we both are about this. I want to thank our host for giving me a chance to come on here and give the message to everybody. And with that, I'm good.
Right on, right on. Can you dig it? We talking about the million. Mr. Samuel Burnham, the 1 million conscious and conscientious black contributors and voters. I said contributors. Contributors and voters. You guys go check out the website, man. Check out the information. If you have any questions, you have a cell phone. He is more than happy to speak with you and to definitely explain more to you guys if you have questions. Sharing is caring. Can you dig it? the 1 million. They're here to help you, to help us, to get over any obstacle that we have. And together, we can make a difference. Together, we can make a difference. Never, ever, ever believe that it cannot be done. You guys got any questions, comments, concerns, hit me up. Think About It Radio at yahoo.com. At Think_Radio on Twitter. Think Radio on Instagram. Oh, check out my website now, www.keeponpushingent.com. Credit repair. Yes, that's what I said. Credit repair. $75 initially and $50 a month. Can you dig it? Let's go. Let's go. The community, unity, we all in this thing. We're going to hit you on all areas. Economics, finances, credit. What you need. You got coffee? We got it. You want what you want? You want a website? We got it. You want a search engine? We got it. We got young kids around here talking about the plug. We got the plugs. We are the plugs. Can you dig it? Much love to you guys. Hope everyone has a great night. Mr. Burnham, thank you again for your time, my man.
And thank you, Brother Shelby.
You're very welcome. Peace.